MBA Show, the podcast that's focused on making your business better without the useless banter with our daily 10-minute business lessons for the real world. I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zenhom. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online. Make sure you check out our free course on idea validation over at 100mba.net. We've got a whole bunch of freebies for you there. And in today's lesson, you will learn 3 software options to handle customer support emails. Whether you're selling products, services, a course, software, an ebook, when you sell these products, when you sell these items, when you sell these services, you're selling them to people, and people have questions, and people need help, and they need support, whether it's before the sale or after the sale. And in today's lesson, I will share with you 3 options when it comes to software that will make it a lot easier for you to manage, to organize, to track your customer service emails. I've tried each of these 3 options myself, so let's get into it, guys. Let's get down to business. Today's episode of the $100 MBA Show is sponsored by Braintree. If you're working on a mobile app and you're looking for a simple payment solution, check out Braintree. With one simple integration, you can offer your customers every way to pay, period. To learn more and for your first $50,000 in transactions completely fee-free, go to BraintreePayments.com/MBA. That's BraintreePayments.com/MBA. There are several options when it comes to software you can use for customer service emails. It's actually quite daunting and it can get quite overwhelming. Today, I'm going to give you 3 simple options that will do the job and do it quite well, actually. I've done all the research myself over the years, so you don't have to. So I'm going to just give you exactly the summary of my research to make things a whole lot easier for you. I'm also going to give you different options depending on your budget, as well as the volume of customer service tickets you're getting at this moment. Now, sometimes you'll hear me refer to customer service emails as customer service tickets, and they're pretty much synonymous, but that's how they're referred to in some of these softwares. Before I jump in, I want to make sure this is super clear to everybody. None of the options that are on today's episode have paid to be on today's episode. They're not sponsors of the show. I'm not an affiliate of these products. I don't get a kickback or any kind of commission for recommending them. I'm purely recommending them because of my own experience. All right, so let's jump into the first option. And this first option is for those who are just getting started. You might have a very low budget, and you might not have that many customer service emails coming to you, whether that's before the sale or after the sale. A lot of people are concerned about emails that come after the sale. These are emails from customers, obviously. But you need to make sure you're serving people that are emailing you before the sale as well, informing them, making sure that they're making the right choice. All right, so the first option is very basic and is for very low volume emails. And it's simply using Gmail. Now, we recommend Gmail for Business. It's $50 a year. It's a great value, and they have some really great apps that come with it. But you can use this technique as well for any email you have that has your business domain name. So for example, I have the domain name webinarninja.co. I have an email with that domain name, omar@webinarninja.co. Now in this situation, I can create an alias, meaning that another email with a different address, where if emails get sent to that address, I will receive it in my inbox at omar@webinarninja.co. So I can create an alias for support@webinarninja.co. Now, the reason why you want to create an alias is because you don't want to pay extra for a separate email account for support. You can do that if you want, but if this is a budget option, just create an alias and that's fine. Now, whether you're answering these customer service emails or a customer service rep or somebody else in your business, they can access it by just simply having access to your email. Now, you obviously need to be comfortable with that. If you're not comfortable with that, then you're going to need to create a whole new email address and pay that additional $50 a year for a new email address or a new email account. And you would create that as support at your domain. This is not the most efficient or organized way to handle customer service emails, but it works. I did it at the start. In fact, I did it with customer service emails at Webinar Ninja at the start because I didn't have that many users. I had beta users. But I then graduated to different platforms after that. But if you have a course or an ebook, and let's say, for example, you have 100, 200 customers, I would say that's the limit, then email is a good option. As long as you have systems in place, and if somebody else is handling this, they know how to handle it properly using your email address. So that's option number one. You can just use simple email. and just go back and forth with customers over email. Make sure your customers know which email address they should be emailing you for support, whether that's support or contact at your domain, and just take it from there. So that's option number one. Option number two is a software called Zendesk. You can find them at zendesk.com. And Zendesk is an actual piece of software that's on a server, that's on the cloud, that you would log in on a browser so you can handle customer service emails. It's connected to your email, but it's done in a much more organized fashion. It lists everything very easily. You can see the thread of things very easily. You can open tickets, you can close tickets. Remember, tickets are email conversations you're having with your customers. And Zendesk actually has a very, very basic plan at $1 a month. And it's kind of like their trial plan. And all their plans is per agent. So if you're doing all the customer service emailing, then you just need one. If you're going to jump in as well as somebody else, then you need two plans. Personally, I think if you're going to go to the Zendesk option, then the regular or the plus plan, which is $25 or $59 a month per agent, is the way to go. And I've used Zendesk in the past, and it's a nice software to use. And it helps you organize your customer service tickets very, very easily. Plus, Zendesk, their customer service is awesome. They'll walk you through setting up your account step by step, and they'll help you along the way. It's great. If you're not sure, you could start with a free trial with Zendesk and check out their layout, check out their software, see if it's easy to use, if it's for you. Now, I have a third option that is also a software that I highly, highly recommend. It's the one we use with Webinar Ninja, and we really love the way it works. But I just want to highlight really quick why you would want to use a software versus email, whether that's Zendesk or this third option I'm going to mention. One, it makes it a lot easier and a lot faster for you to reply to emails. The reason why is because you could save canned responses that are very frequent, like I need a password reset. So you have a greeting, you have, some instructions you're going to put there. You could change the variables like the customer's name or, some other things. But having canned responses makes your response a whole lot faster because you could just plug in the canned response. There's a drop-down menu in most of these softwares where you could just put it in there and make it easier. Obviously, you got to make those edits that you need to make sure it's personalized, but it makes it a whole lot easier. Secondly, these softwares offer a user area where users can look at frequently asked questions, they can put in suggestions for improvement, and it's sort of like a message board or a blog for customer service. It's great. But the biggest advantage of these softwares is that it allows you to know what you've done and what you've not done. With email, it's kind of hard to keep track of what you opened, what you have taken care of. You can't really close the email, a single email. You either reply and that's it, but you can even reply to that email and that issue in that email is not solved yet and you don't know yet. It's hard to kind of glance at your inbox and know what's going on. With this software, by closing a ticket, it lets you know. So with these softwares, it allows you to close a ticket, meaning that that conversation, that issue that you're solving with your customer is over now. You can close it and it won't show up in your dashboard immediately. So you'll know that's done. It's over with. Let me move on to the next issue, the next problem, the next email, the next ticket. All right, guys, I got a third option that we highly, highly recommend. I'm going to share with you, but before that, I got to give love to today's sponsor, BizFilings. BizFilings is where you go to incorporate with step-by-step guidance from on-demand experts. If you want the job done right, you got to go to the experts. And when it comes to incorporation, that means BizFilings. With more than 1 million incorporations under their belt, the people at BizFilings know all the ins and outs of setting up a business for success. They'll break down the process for you, outline the fees and forms, and work closely with the state so you'll know exactly what to expect every step of the way. And what I love about BizFilings is that it's founded by entrepreneurs who set up to build a kind of experience they'd want if they had to do it all over again. A straightforward site loaded with tools to help you understand your options and make the right call. With the resources at BizFilings, there's no need to put off incorporation any longer. Get started today with a free guide at bizfilings.com/start. That's bizfilings.com/start. Our third and final software option when it comes to handling customer service emails is User Voice. And you could check them out at uservoice.com. Now, we use User Voice for Webinar Ninja, and we absolutely love them. They have all the options that you would need. Their interface is super easy to use. Their customer service is fantastic, but they're the most expensive option out of these three. Their basic standard plan is $15 a month per agent. Now, their standard plan is actually pretty robust. You can do everything you really need to do with their standard plan, so it's not that bad actually. and you can get started for just $15 a month. They have an advanced plan that we recommend, which is $45 a month, and it gives you some advanced tools that are very useful. Now, what we love about User Voice is they have a really great system to handle pre-sale questions. So with software, you're going to get a lot of questions from people that visit your site that want to know, hey, does this integrate with this? How does this work? How much does this cost? You can have a very detailed sales page with a great FAQs page, but sometimes people have questions anyway. And User Voice has this really cool option where you can embed this little line of code into your website, and it gives this little question mark icon in the corner of your website. And you can check this out at webinarninja.co yourself. And that little question mark allows people to click on it and submit a question to our help desk. It doesn't get easier than that. I love that. And you can embed the same thing in the actual members area where they're actually using your service or your product. Now, the reason why we love User Voice so much is because it's the easiest one to use. It's very straightforward and it's very clean. I'm sure we're not using half the options we can, but the options that we are using, we're absolutely loving them. And the reason why we love them so much is because they handle both sides of the equation so well. They give you a great solution to handle questions from people that are interested in your product, they haven't bought yet, and it also helps you serve customers that have purchased your products or services in a nice, clean, efficient way. Guys, that wraps up today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. If you did, let us know. Drop us an iTunes rating and review. We would love to hear from you. And everybody who leaves us an iTunes rating and review enters our weekly random draw to win a free ride, a lifetime membership to the $100 MBA Training and Community of over 180 video lessons, interviews with experts, ask questions anytime, our community forum, our Facebook group. It's a whole lot of fun. And it's just our way to say thank you to you guys for taking the time to dropping us an iTunes rating and review, showing your support, subscribing to the show. We really do appreciate it. All right, guys, I want to leave you with this. Customer support is probably one of the most important aspects of your business. How you treat your customers before the sale, after the sale, is really going to dictate your reputation. It's really going to dictate the way people see you as a company, as a business, as a solution to their problems. And you need to make sure that you have the most efficient systems in place. But just to get started, have a system. Start using something, whether that's the email option or Zendesk or User Voice. Take the time and invest on building a great way to serve your audience, whether that's before the sale or after the sale. All right, guys, that's it for today, but join us tomorrow on Free Ride Friday where we talk about should you go to business school? A question we get asked a whole lot, and we'll be answering that question on tomorrow's episode. I'll see you then, guys. Take care.